Alright guys, so today we are going to try out this lens, and I'm super excited. Saw it on Instagram a million times. Saw this so many times on Instagram, and I was like, you know what? Let's finally take the plunge and just try it out. So here I am in San Francisco, and I was like, you know what? What better time than to try this than now? I saw it on Instagram, of course, but the other ones were a little bit more expensive, and I was like, you know what, it does look like a 3D printed thing. And honestly, this was a reasonable price to try this out, so I was like, you know what, let's see what this lens looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk through San Francisco today, and I will show you guys what this lens it looks like. They do make them for all different mounts, so they make them specific to Sony, Nikon, all of that, so that way it locks in place. So let's go ahead and try this out today and see how it goes. So going through these and post edits, I can say that the lens, it doesn't focus. It has that like 35mm, like it's really good for long distances, or not like really portraits, but if it's a good few feet away, it's ideal. Now I'm gonna say that I don't know if I would have spent the $50 on it, seeing the results for what they truly are now. Mostly because a lot of this stuff can be kind of edited in this more vintage way, if that's kind of the goal you're going for. As you can see, me editing some of these, it does make it a little bit easier. I am able to kind of tweak a little bit less because the lens is already giving me that vintage feel. So I can say for what it is, it's not too bad. It gives you that nostalgia, it gives you that vintage look, and essentially that's pretty much the whole premise of this lens. So again, I don't know if I would have definitely spent the $50 on it, but it was, I can say it's pretty cool. Will I be using it again? I may, maybe in more street photography, kind of use that more in the vintage sense. To tweak a few settings and maybe play around with it a little bit more before I can give you a 100% on it. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed using it for the whole time. Now I did use, I switched maybe an hour or two after using the PocketDispo to my 35mm, and the 35mm allowed me to kind of capture more of what I wanted, kind of get more broad view, but also I switched to a 50mm, allowed me to get a little bit closer, and that was really crisp. So PocketDispo, not a bad thing. I would save the $50 maybe if you already have some pretty good editing skills, that I would just make your pictures look vintage already. But it's a cool little thing. I think maybe if we tweak around with it more, you know, fine tune it, we'll see.